Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and this is how to use Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y. So the cool thing about these Pokemon is the duality between them, that Mega Charizard X is more offensive and has that defensive bulk, while Mega Charizard Y is special and has that special defensive bulk. It's really cool to see one Pokemon splitting into two different forms like this. Looking at just Mega Charizard X, it has pretty strong offenses for both, that it does gain a bit of special attack, and its attack goes really high up compared to regular Charizard, and its defense gets really high up there as well, thus making this a bulky physical Pokemon both for defense and offense. Its special attack doesn't get any, or special defense doesn't get a boost, and its speed remains at 100, so it's going to be a mid-level sweeper that can endure a hit or two depending on how you spec it, which makes it pretty solid. Also, if we look at Mega Charizard Y, it's essentially the same thing, just a bit reversed, that now its special attack gets ridiculous. I mean, 159 base special attack, that's insane. I had to go and adjust the scale of this thing because it broke the scale, it was so high. Its special defense gets up really well, so it can take a solid hit, and again, its speed doesn't change. It does gain some attack, but the attack isn't really going to do much. Looking at its typing, for Mega Charizard X, we have that Fire Dragon type, and this gets really crazy because it's a really good typing, and everyone's wanted a dragon on Charizard for a long time, so I think there was a little fan service here. Now it's only weak against Dragon, Rock, and Ground, and it's interesting to think that it's weak against Ground because it has wings. What? But if you look at its resistances, it has a solid amount of resistances, a lot of neutrals, and it's pretty solid overall. It's going to be a really hard Pokemon to hit super effective in KO. However, looking at Charizard Y, that rock weakness, 4 times. It's also weak against water and electric. However, when dealing with Charizard Y, the water weakness effectively goes away while you have drought on the field because the water type moves are reduced by 50%. So you only have to worry about electric and rock, and with your special defense, with electric being mostly a special attack, you can survive a low, not the super strong electric hit. So really, you just have to worry about rocks one-hit KOing you. Resistances are pretty solid. You got that fairy resistance in there, grass, fire, steel, bug, fighting. So you're pretty balanced as a Pokemon, and you're going to be able to endure at least one hit as long as it's not some kind of ridiculous electric attack or basically any rock attack. So now, let's go and hop in to Pokemon Showdown as always and go and check out some Mega Charizard sets. This one I have for Mega Charizard X is a tankier set, and I feel that it can be pretty strong, that if you look at this, it's a decent way to run Mega Charizard because if you're trying to max out that speed, so let's just go, actually, I can show you over here. So, I need to also dial this back to level 50. So when you're looking at Mega Charizard, you can just pretty much go with that jolly nature, try to get as much speed as possible, and then max out its attack, max out its speed, and go for some really crazy hits, because now your attack is going to be really high up there at 182, your speed is still going to be a very competitive speed, and your Tough Claws ability is going to give you a huge boost in all of your damage. Contact attacks do 33% more, so it's like a free life orb that doesn't hurt you at the end of the turn, or after attacking, and it has just a really solid attack. So you look at Dragon Claw, that's going to make contact, now have stab, and just do a ridiculous amount of damage. Flare Blitz has stab, going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Does have recoil, however, you're going to be getting fast KOs with it. Crunch for coverage, you're going to be able to take out Aegislashes really nicely with this one. And Rock Slide for Charizard Y, Talonflame. Because of your typing, you're not going to take any damage from other Charizards like Charizard Y and Talonflame. So it's pretty solid to just have that Rock Slide. Other move options do include Body Slam, because Body Slam does bypass Minimize. So if your opponent has used Minimize and you Body Slam them, you're going to get that Tough Claws proc, and you're just going to have a lot of damage. And now if we look back over to this set, so we just looked at Sleepy Charizard. Now here's a little more of a bulky Charizard. The idea is you're using your natural defensive bulk that you just gained to try to endure a hit and treat it to where you can get a Dragon Dance. If you get a Dragon Dance, this is going to be much, much stronger because you're going to be crazy fast. This will put your speed over 200 with that Dragon Dance, and then your attack will just skyrocket into, what is that, 270? Now your Dragon Claw is definitely going to one-hit KO everything. Fire Punch, I'd rather have Fire Punch on this because after you put the investment of getting that Dragon Dance set up, you don't want to get a Dragon Dance, take a hit, go into Flare Blitz, and then lose all of your health on that Flare Blitz when Fire Punch still has a very strong chance of KOing. So now we have the base power 75. That's going to get Stab. That's going to get Tough Claws. And with the boost that you have from Dragon Dance, I was like looking for it down there. With the boost you have from Dragon Dance, it's just going to be solid across the board, even for a Fire Punch instead of Flare Blitz. And if you really want to get crazy and just kind of save it as a, like a really niche kind of move that you're only going to be using it special or for super effective hits, you can put down Flame Charge. Your Dragon Claw is going to be ridiculous because of Dragon Dance, and that's going to be a lot of OHKOs right there. If you have Flame Charge, that's just going to be extra speed, extra security. If you want to run it that way, and it's still going to be a KO on anything that's super effective. Now you also have Rock Slide, and again, you can just scroll down this list and see all the coverage you want. Do you want Crunch? Do you want Break? Do you want... I don't think Air Slash is too bad of an option. Like, if you're going with that does not check accuracy, you might as well go with Belly Drum because Minimize is the more used idea. So you have a couple of options right here, a lot of fire. You can also just try to work with that. So figure out what your team needs, what you want to be ready for, and that's how you'll handle your Mega Charizard X. Also, one crazy thing about Mega Charizard is that it does get Belly Drum. If you can find a way to make this Pokemon tanky, safe, and get that Belly Drum, you're good to go. You can Baton Pass Defensive Boost, you can Baton Pass Evasion into it, you can try to have it behind screens, you can try to just do your best to keep it safe. And then pray, and then hope. So that's how you run Mega Charizard X. Mega Charizard Y is a very simple Pokemon when you just want to run it. There's really no other way to run it than just maxing out Special Attack, maxing out Speed, going with that Timid nature. Now, the biggest decision you have is, do you want Timid or do you want Modest? Timid does put you in that competitive range. Modest means that you're going to be looking to finish off slower Pokemon. Because Timid nature, you can still get outsped, you can still get out KO'd rather easily just by a lot of Pokemon. And with that Modest nature, you're really just kind of like, well, I'm looking to be faster than the slower Pokemon, and then I have a huge kit to wreck its day. Because of Drought, Solar Beam becomes a huge option that you can use because the Sunny Day is out, so Solar Beam is going to hit one turn. Air Slash gets Stab, has that chance to flinch, so it gets pretty ridiculous. Heat Wave, it has 90% accuracy, so you can go with Flamethrower in singles. Full accuracy, slightly less power. Flamethrower in singles, Heat Wave in doubles, because Heat Wave hits both Pokemon, and then Protect in doubles, or for singles, you can put some kind of move here. I see a lot of Focus Blast. Whoa, why did I hit Focus Punch? I see a lot of Focus Blast. Focus Blast is a very strong move. That fighting coverage is really nice to have. The 70% accuracy, I do not like at all. So that's up to you. You can also have Dragon Pulse for that extra dragon coverage and hit Charizard X super effectively. And that's kind of pretty much it. Charizard Y is incredibly strong because of that huge, just look at that. Special attack at 159 with that Modest nature, 458. Now you're hitting with Drought for a 50% boost on your fire types. You're hitting with Stab, so you're going to one-hit KO a lot. With Mega Charizard X, people kind of more or less run it as a counter to Mega Charizard Y because you can just return a huge Rock Slide in its face and one-hit KO it while barely having anything to take damage from on Mega Charizard Y's side, except for that Dragon Pulse, but even then, it's going to come down to whoever is running the speediness or if they're even running Dragon Pulse. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Mega Charizard Y, that is how you use it. Mega Charizard X, same thing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day.